to agitate Russia. That's the whole point of NATO.
And Russia.
Apparently.
The U.S. says 2 Russian fighter planes intercepted the Reaper surveillance drone as it was flying in international airspace southwest of Crimea. They say Russian pilots harassing the drone for 30 minutes.
Harassing?
You mean right on
harassing is a weird
border
word. And do you know what?
of Russia, not in the Gulf of Mexico or anything.
Numerous mainstream media news outlets are using the word harass. Harass is a very person-oriented word. Harass has all sorts of connotations. It requires that the drone has an emotional reality. How dare you harass me? Harassment means like that there's an intention. Like the Russian fighter jets, they're like lascivious little sky perverts, like coming up to that drone. Hey, what you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Hey, can I get a smile? Can I get a smile out of you, Toth? Say, what is it, a drone or is it Harvey Weinstein that's flying around up there?
The White House calling the pilots reckless, dumping fuel on the drone, making
all of the language, reckless, dumping fuel, like it's literally shit. Oh, those dirty MiGs, those dirty sons of guns up there defecating all over our automatic Skybird. It's only a remote control object. There's some kid somewhere, some computer nerd in Vegas in the warehouse somewhere flying that drone, fresh from bombing off a load of innocent civilians. I mean, that's just, I think it's just 90% of deaths in Syria. You can check those facts for me. Maybe we'll check it. I think that's something like 90%.
Well, that's what Daniel Hale went to prison for.
I'm just watching World War III escalate. Getting to the good part.
Preserving the records.
Decide to stick it over
Great
here.
grew the sons of Kim, conquering the people around them, growing slowly upwards in soul force, until obeying the commands of the Master, who while sleeping yet lives eternally, I sent from me the sons of Atlantis, sent them in many directions, that from the womb of time wisdom they might rise again in her children. For a long time I dwelt in the land of Kim, doing great works by the wisdom within me. Upward I grew into the light of knowledge. The children of Kim were watered by the rains of my wisdom.
Yeah, that's
Blasted I then a path to Amente, so that I might retain my powers, living from age to age as a son of Atlantis. Wow. For only in the search for truth could my soul, a plant was left. Standing on the great mountain of Indal, still rising out of the water, some there were who were living, saved from the rush of the fountains.
All right, so this is like the Enuma Elish, except, he says it gives us the same tale, but in more esoteric terms of how we were trapped in the void, the Lagrange point here of this sun, and then separated from heaven from earth. But he's telling the same tale of us on a lower star. Is a lower energy sun, totally opposite direction. And it reversed the polarity of the planet and switched everything around. And this is down to describing it.
Called to me then the Master, saying, Gather ye my people. Take them by the arts ye have learned of far across the waters, until you reach the land of the hairy barbarians, dwelling in caves of the deserts.
Keep in mind, they're at the halls of Amenti right now, in Atlantis. And he's telling them to do this as the whole hoopty's going on. Now listen to this.
Follow there the plan that you know of. I gathered my people and entered the great ship of the Master. Upward we rose into the morning. Dark beneath us lay the temple.
So they're at the temple. They're taking off.
Suddenly over it rose the waters.
Oh, no.
Vanished from earth until the time appointed was the great temple.
By temple.
Fast we fled toward the sun of the morning.
Which would be east. And we live on a globe.
Until beneath us lay the land of the children of Kim.
Children of Kim. Kim being Egypt. So they flew way across the waters eastward and landed in Kim. From the land of where the shorthorn beasts are hunted, America.
Raging.
Everybody keeps saying the entrance to the halls of Amenti began here in Egypt, and no, it didn't. Obviously, the original land where the old gods walk is still the four corners, just like it was back then.
They came with cudgels and spears,
Yeah.
lifted in anger, seeking to slay and utterly destroy the sons of Atlantis.
Then he
Well,
got
that's it
there.
right there. There's videographic evidence of it. They sent a camera in 1992 and nobody knew what the fuck it was. But that's what it was. Unbelievable stuff. It's right in front of us, and we're not being allowed to see it. That's how you enter a minting. It's all built into the pyramids. They're gonna destroy the motherfuckers before it's over with. They're not going to let us have that information. I guarantee you the elite are going to destroy the Great Pyramids. They already hinted about it. Remember Transformers 2?
Too late.
They're not going to let us have the knowledge in there, folks. We've got to get our hands on this stuff before it's too late.
Too late. We already got it.
The other chambers I built and left vacant, to all seeming yet hidden within them are the keys to Amenti. That's it right there. He who encouraged would dare the dark realms, let him be purified first by long fasting. Lie in the sarcophagus of stone in my chamber.
Fuck all that noise.
Then I will reveal to him the great mysteries.
Mm-hmm.
Soon he shall follow me to where I shall meet him. Even in the darkness of earth, I shall meet him. I, Toth, Lord of wisdom, meet him and hold him and dwell with him always. Builded I the great pyramid, patterned after the pyramid of earth's force, burning eternally so that it too might remain through the ages. In it I builded my knowledge of magic science, so that I might be here when again I return from Amenti. Yes, while I sleep in the halls of Amenti, my soul will incarnate, roaming free, and will dwell among me in men in this form or another, Hermes thrice born. Emissary on earth, I am of the dweller, fulfilling his commands so many might be lifted. Now I return to the halls of Amenti, leaving behind me some of my wisdom. Preserve ye and keep ye the command of the dweller. Lift ever upwards your eyes toward the light. Surely in time ye are one with the master. Surely by right you are one with the master. Surely by right yet are one with the all. Now I depart from you. Know my commandments, keep them and be them, and I will be with you, helping and guiding you into the light. Now before me opens the portal. I go down into the darkness of night. So that's the end of tablet 1 there. Tablet number 2 of the Emerald Tablets of Toth here. Deep in Earth's heart lie the halls of Amenti.
Deep in there.
Far neath the islands of sunken Atlantis, halls of the dead and halls of the living, bathed in fire of the infinite all. Far in a past time, lost in the space-time, the children of light looked down on the world, seeing the children of men in their bondage, bound by the force that came from beyond.
Okay.
Knew they that only by freedom from bondage could man ever rise from the earth to...
So this beings, they call themselves the children of light. We call them the Anunnaki. Saw us in our bondage of existence and decided they wanted to come down and judge over men's souls. This is exactly what they're saying.
the sun. Down they descended and created bodies, taking the semblance of men as their own. The masters of everything said after their forming, we are they who were formed from the space dust, partaking of life from the infinite all.
Soul juice.
Living in the world as children of men, like and yet unlike the children of men. Then for a dwelling place, far neath the earth's crust, blasted great spaces by their power,
Blasted great spaces deep in the crust. You heard him say that. But with their power, their powerful fucking weapons, they blasted crevices deep in our crust.
Men, like and yet unlike the children of men. Then for a dwelling place, far neath the earth's crust, blasted great spaces by their power, spaces apart from the children of men, and surrounded them by forces and power, and shielded them from harm, they, the halls of the dead.
with great electromagnetic machines.
Built it underground in the earth. Side by side then placed they other spaces, filled them with life and with light from above. They then builded the halls of Amenti, that they might eventually dwell there, living with life to eternity's end. 30 were there of their children, sons of light who had come among men, seeking to be free from the bondage of darkness, those who were bounded by the force from beyond. Deep in the halls of life grew a flower, flaming, expanding, driving backward towards the night. Placed in the center, a ray of great potence, life-giving, light-giving, feeling with power all who came near it. Placed they around it thrones, 30, places for each of the children of the night.
And the third lives
placed so that they were bathed in the radiance, filled with the life from the eternal light.
33.
There, time after time, they placed their first created bodies, so that they might be filled with the spirit of life. 100 years out of each 1,000 must the life-giving light flame forth on their bodies, quickening, awakening the spirit of life. There in the circle from aeon to...
They got to sit in that light for 100 out of every 1,000 years they're here. To rejuvenate, sucking juice.
The aeon sit the great masters, living a life not known among men. There in the halls of life they lie sleeping. Free flows their soul through the bodies of men. Time after time, while their bodies lie sleeping, incarnate they into the bodies of men, teaching and guiding onward and upward, out of the darkness into the light. There in the hall of life, filled with their wisdom, known not to the races of man, living forever neath the cold fire of life, sit the children of light. Times there are when they awaken, and they come from the depths to the lights to be among men. Infinite they among the finite men find. He who by progress has grown from the darkness, lifted himself from the night into light, free he is made of the halls of Amenti, free of the flower of light and of light. Guided he then by wisdom and knowledge, passes from men to the master of life. It's almost like a song. It's a rhythmic almost. Guided by he by wisdom and knowledge, passes from men to the master of life. It's almost got rhythmic quality to it. That's interesting. You put this stuff to music, does the frequencies of singing this, open the fucking portal to the halls of Amenti? I don't know, could be. No. There he may dwell as one with the masters, free from the bonds of the darkness of light. Seated within the flower of radiance sit 7 lords from the space-times above us, helping and guiding through infinite wisdom the pathway through time of the children of men. Mighty and strange, they veiled with their power, silent, all-knowing, drawing the life force. Different yet one with the children of men, and different yet one with the children of light. Custodians and watchers of the force of man's bondage, ready to lose when the light has been reached. First and most mighty sits the veiled presence, Lord of lords, the infinite nine.
Intermediate.
Over the other from each the lords of the cycles. 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, each with his mission, each with his powers, guiding, directing the destiny of man. There they sit, mighty and potent, free of all time and space. Not of this world they are, yet akin to it. Elder brothers they of the children of men, judging and weighing. They with their wisdom watching of the progress of light among men. There before them I was led by the dweller, watched him blend with one from above. Then from he came forth a voice, saying, Great art thou, Toth, among children of men, free henceforth of the halls of Amenti, master of life among children of men. Taste not of death except as thou wilt. Well, that sounds like Crowley. Taste not of death except as thou wilt. Drink thou of life to eternity's end. Henceforth forever is life. Thine is for the taking. Henceforth is death at the call of thy hand. Dwell here or leave here when thou desirest. Free is amente to the Son of Man. Take thou up life in what form thou desirest. Child of the light that has grown among men, choose thou thy work, for all must labor. Never be free from the pathway of light. One step thou hast gained on the long pathway upward, infinite now is the mountain of light. Each step thou taketh but heightens the mountain. All of thy progress but lengthens the goal. Approach ye ever the infinite wisdom. Ever before thee receive the goal. Free are ye made now of the halls of Amenti, to walk hand in hand with the lords of the world, one in one purpose, working together to bring light to the children of men. Then from his throne came one of the masters, taking my hand and leading me onward through the halls of the deep hidden land. He led me through the halls of Amenti, showing me the mysteries that are known not to man. Through the dark passage downward he led me into the hall where sit the dark death. Vast as space lay the great hall before me, walled by darkness yet filled with light. Before me arose a great throne of darkness, veiled on it sat the figure of the night. Darker than darkness sat the figure, dark with the darkness not of the night. Before it then paused the master, speaking the word that brings about life, saying, O master of darkness, guide of the way from life unto life, before thee I bring a son of the morning. Touch him not ever with the power of night.
The morning star.
Call not his flame to the darkness of night.
Good old Toth.
Know him and see him, one of our brothers,
Jesus.
lifted from darkness into the light. Release thou his flame from its bondage. Free let it flame through the darkness of night. Raised then the hand of the figure. Forth came a flame that grew clear and bright, and rolled back swiftly the curtain of darkness, and unveiled the hall from the darkness of night.
The hall.
Then grew in the great space before me flame after flame from the veil of the night. Uncounted millions leaped before me, some flaming forth as flowers of fire. Others there were there that shed a dim radiance, flowing but faintly from out of the light. Some there were that faded swiftly, others that grew from a small spark of light, each surrounded by its dim veil of darkness, yet flaming with light that could never be quenched. Coming and going like fireflies in the springtime, filled they the space with light and life. This is a bunch of souls, like the Hall of Souls.
Yep.
Then spoke a voice mighty and solemn, saying, These are lights that are souls among men. Yep, I was right. Growing and fading, existing forever, changing yet living through death into life. When they have bloomed into flower, reached the zenith of growth in their life, swiftly then said I send my veil of darkness, shrouding and changing to new forms of life.
Tide.
Steadily upward throughout the ages, growing and expanding into yet another flame, lighting the darkness with yet greater power, quenched yet unquenched by the veil of the night. So grows the soul of man ever upward, quenched yet unquenched by the darkness of night. I, death, come, and yet I remain not, for life eternal exists in the all. Only an obstacle I am in the pathway, quick to be conquered by the infinite light. Awaken, O flame that burns ever inward, flame forth and conquer the veil of night. Then in the midst of the flames and the darkness grew there one that drove forth the night, flaming, expanding even brighter, until at last was nothing but light. Then spoke my guide, the voice of the Master. See your own soul as it grows in the light, free now forever from the Lord of the night. Forward he led me through many great spaces filled with the mysteries of the children of light, mysteries that man may never know, yet of he too is of a son of the light. Backward then he led me into the light of the hall of the light. I knelt then before the great masters, lords of all from the cycles above. Spoke he then with words of great power, saying, Thou hast been made free of the halls of Amenti. Choose thou thy work among the children of men. Then spoke I, O great master, let me be a teacher of men, leading them onward and upward until they too are lights among men, freed from the veil of the night that surrounds them, flaming with light that shall shine among men. Then the voice spoke to me, Go as ye will, so it be decreed. Master are ye of your destiny, free to take or reject it at will. Take ye the power, take ye the wisdom, shine as a light among the children of men. Then upward the dweller led me. I dwelt again among the children of men, teaching and showing some of my wisdom. Son of the light, a fire among them. Now again I tread the path downward, seeking the light in the darkness of night. Hold ye and keep ye, preserve my record. Guide it, it shall be to the children of men. So that's the end of tablet number 2. Good stuff. You can definitely see where this is tying into all the work and stuff we read about from Winbram, the Gods of Eden, the Custodians, and the Book of Enki with Toth and Marduk and Gajita and that whole deal. It's just amazing how these texts from different times and places coincide with one another and really lock in and working together. It's just amazing stuff. Tablet 3, the key of wisdom. I, Toth the Atlantean, give my wisdom, give my knowledge, give my power. Freely I give to the children of men. Give that they too might have wisdom, to shine through the world from the veil of the night. Wisdom is power, and power is wisdom, one with each other, perfecting the whole. Be thou not proud, O man, in thy wisdom. Discourse with the ignorant as well as with the wise. If one comes to thee full of knowledge, listen and heed, for wisdom is all. Keep thou not silent when evil is spoken for truth. Like the sunlight, it shines above all. He who oversteppeth the law shall be punished. For only through law comes the freedom of fear, for fear is a bondage, a fetter that binds the darkness to men. Follow thine heart during thy lifetime. Do more than is commanded of thee. When thou hast gained riches, follow thine heart, for all these are of no avail if thy heart be weary. Diminish thou not the time of following the heart. It is abhorred of the soul.
This is the second time.
They that are guided go not astray, but they that are lost cannot find a straight path. If you go among men, make for thyself love, the beginning and end of the heart. If one cometh unto thee for counsel, let him speak freely, that the thing for which he hath come to thee may be done. If he hesitates to open his heart to thee, it is because thou, the judge, doeth wrong. Repeat thou not extravagant speech, neither listen to it, for it is the utterance of one not in equilibrium. Speak thou not of it.
Right, but
so that he before thee may know wisdom.
But
silence is of great profit. An abundance of speech profiteth nothing. Exalt not thine heart above the children of men, lest it be brought lower than the dust. If thou be great among men, be honored for knowledge and gentleness. If thou seekest to know the nature of a friend, ask not his companion, but pass a time alone with him. Debate with him, testing his heart by his words and his bearing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
that which goeth into the storehouse must come forth, and the things that are thine must be shared with a friend.
But look at everything that's going on right now.
Thine is yours.
So
knowledge is regarded by the fool as ignorance, and the things that are profitable are to him hurtful.
A lot. Yes.
He liveth in death; it is therefore his food. That's an interesting statement, as I've talked about before. Them feeding on the negative energy.
Exactly.
The wise man lets his heart overflow, but keeps his mouth. O man, listen to the voice of wisdom. Listen to the voice of light. Mysteries there are in the cosmos that unveiled fill the world with their light. Let he who would be free from the bonds of darkness first divine the material from the immaterial, the fire from the earth. For know ye that as earth descends to earth, so also fire ascends into fire and becomes one with the fire.
Unless you're dumb and stupid.
He who knows the fire that is within himself shall ascend unto the eternal fire and dwell in it eternally. Fire, the inner fire, is the most potent force of all, for it overcometh all things and penetrates to all things of the earth. Man supports himself only on that which resists, so earth must resist man, else he exists not. All eyes do not see with the same vision, for to one an object appears of one form and color, and to a different eye of another. So also the infinite fire, changing from color to color, is never the same from day to day. Thus speak I Toth of my wisdom. For man is a fire burning bright through the night. Never is quenched in the veil of darkness. Never is quenched by the veil of the night. Into men's hearts I looked by my wisdom, found them not free from the bondage of strife, or free from the toils. Thy fire, O my brother, lest it be buried in the shadow of night. Hark ye, O man, and listen to this wisdom. Where do name and form cease? Only in consciousness, invisible and infinite force of radiance bright. The forms that ye create by brightening thy vision and truly effects that follow thy cause. Cause and effect, law of attraction.
5 years. Watch.
Man is a star bound to a body. That's a profound statement. I know that.
Walking on the Siberian plain.
What's her name? Alice Bailey gets into that a lot. That's why they're so obsessed with Sirius. Sirius is supposedly the
not the actual fucking
another dimension of reality the souls can exist in. I mean, Alice Bailey talks about in her book Initiation Human and Solar that once you reach the tip top of the degrees of initiations of Freemasonry on Earth, you can go to the other degrees at which you're only an adept, a beginner. And that takes place on a lodge that is located on Sirius that you can only get to after death.
See, he keeps assuming an awful lot of things and just keeps talking, old Josh. But what kills me, hi everybody, this guy just read where they blew up little crevices. They put these little things in here and they're sucking our souls into here because they want to be judges over men's souls. Are you kidding me? So there you go. I'm sure Lee watched this. He watches everything I do. But we've heard this all before. And they're talking about how they're growing men's souls in fucking competition with each other, which is not the way Creator would have it. Number 2, the children of dark and the children of light are from the same fucking family and the same race of Anunnaki. And they fucking look at each other as the eagle and the snake. They play that red and blue division. It's okay when fucking the children of light do it, but when the children of dark do it, the same fucking thing is bad for humanity. And we've heard this over and over. They just ran through this in plain English. Now, my question is, how the fuck do people make this all fucking woo-woo and esoteric and shit and all fucking, well, we need to make religions out of this? They already did. In every aspect of fucking humanity is following this fucking bunch of fucking bullshit. It's a bunch of Yahwehs come down here and thought they was going to jump in between Creator and his souls. And they've been warned to stop it. That's where we're at today. That's what kills me. The first fucking part of this. You should just be like, okay, you know, and we'll listen to the rest of it. But the fucking first part alone. How in the hell are you looking at spiritual enlightenment over this? This would better enlighten you over the fact that these fucking race of beings came here and decided that they're going to judge over men's souls. Free us from the bondage of what? Recycle them back to the Creator? That's what we're supposed to fucking do. Who in the hell told them to come sit in between us and the Creator? This is your whole Jesus story. There's somebody over here talking to you, talking to the Creator about you. Y'all, these guys are good. Here, we're going to Jimmy jam them up, then release them to you. What do you mean? As we're fucking corrupted and fucking horribly fucking, and holy fuck. So yeah, there you go. There's your whole, I'm not going to the grave until I find out these motherfucking things are fucking done. There you go. That's how I stand on it. I don't care what you got to say about me.
Yeah. Man is a star bound to a body.
That's
until in the end he is freed through his strife. Only by struggle and toiling, thy utmost shall the star within thee bloom out into a new life.
Okay.
He who knows the commencement of all things, free is his star from the realm of night. Remember, O man, that all which exists is only another form of that which exists not. Parallel universes.
Now, he does go into some pretty decent information about the human being, about the source of light and everything. Josh doesn't quite translate it well. I mean, they're talking about the spark of life. They're talking about your fucking soul. They're talking about your magnet, the EM force, and all that shit. He gives out pretty good information, but listening to this whole fucking thing, it's like, dude, he's giving you what scares us or scares them about us. And how they've taken and fucking what they've done to us as a result of them going crazy and dying early on this fucking planet because their humans off. So they dug down in here and decided to live off of soul juice. It's not acceptable. That's just period. It's not acceptable. It's not okay. And I ain't talking about, I didn't make this shit up. This is Emerald Tablets of Toth. This is shit fucking the Hermetic teachings. This is the shit the fucking people are like fucking embedded in. This is the beginnings of Christianity. This is the fucking canon of fucking Christianity. All this shit we've been reading about. Yahwehs, a whole fucking race of them, come down here and decided they're going to fucking sit in between us and our Creator. That's not okay. Yeah, I'm sounding better. I am. I'm feeling better today than I was yesterday. Thank you. I was horrible the last few days. I needed to taper off. I'm not out of this yet. There is something new in the air. That's for damn sure. It's kicking my ass. Not happy about it. But I'm better off than Bump right now. You heard him. He's fucking sounding rough today. But yeah, all this fucking information about fucking. I woke up this morning. I'm some kind of narcissist cult leader because I'm talking about the soul recycling shit, and well, there it is. The first fucking 20 minutes walked you right through the whole goddamn thing. How you like that? God, how you doing, Steve? Good to see you. How you doing to you? Who was that? That was Toth. We do love 420. I also love Delta 8, though. A little bit better. I know. You didn't expect to hear that, but that's the truth. I like Delta 8 better for my pains. Gotta tell you, it works. Love and light, Stephen. But yeah, I mean, we just listened to the first 50 minutes of the Tablets of Toth, and that's honestly all you really need to listen to understand what I just said. So it's like, well, the first 20 minutes of it was prelude, so we kind of did that on Rumble. This last half hour here, though, has been very descriptive of what I was talking about the other day when I said I don't intend to go back to my grave until these things are disassembled. Well, that's what I'm talking about. These things that they blew crevices in the crust and put in as harvest men's souls. Those things that he just said, I intend to make sure they're fucking done. Because fucking I see evidence of them. And I see them putting them in our face at 1748 hertz on the back of these fucking American Movie Association. And everything else fucking fit into this. And I was like, holy fuck. So that's what they're doing. Well, yeah, that's what they're doing. Yahweh. Whole race of them. Yes, sir. And that's why we got to do this. I can't be everywhere. You got to help. Right? I get this. I get it. It's all of us or none of us. At this point, we fucking do it or we don't. Creator's got this. If we drop the ball and we can't seem to do the most basic fucking thing I think a human being would do once they realize what's been going on and look and find these fucking things and disassemble them, then Creator will disassemble Mother Earth atom by atom. And it'll all go home. Everybody. Which I couldn't say is such a bad thing except for the loss of an angel. A beautiful fucking soul, Mother Earth. And I could see creation losing for that. So, we should probably do our job. And that's where I'm at with it. So anybody else wants to poo-poo me for it, that's cool. I think you've chosen your side. I would just like to let you know it ain't gonna work. You can hide behind all your lies and all your fucking name calling. These things are going down. And your masters, the race of Yahwehs, they're going home. They're gonna cure their own planet. They're gonna fucking reach inside themselves and be a steward of their own damn planet instead of fucking up ours the way they did theirs. There's one way out of this. I'm not having it any other way myself. I think y'all that been around any amount of time can understand that. I still don't quite understand what fucking Lee misunderstands about the communications. I'm not the one making this shit up. These are the people that wrote his book telling us what they're doing. Love each other, love creation, love Creator. Yes. Lose the hate, lose the division. We're all one. Love in the mirror. Well, you got to love yourself too. Irrelevant. You got to love yourself too. You're a child of creation. Creator didn't make a mistake. It's not a coincidence. You're here for a reason. Love Creator and creation. Mother is an angel of creation. She is first creation. Look at this shit. She is first creation. It even says so in that one book. And it makes total sense all of a sudden why we have a magnet at the center I never made any sense. It looks like your humans might be spiking, by the way. Just saying. Lots of pointy stuff doing fucking entanglement stuff behind us with this other stuff that's holding charge, eh? You see anything like that? Yeah, occasionally. That's some, not quite the way it is today. It's just a little more today than it was yesterday. This is some good stuff going on here. Lots of punch. Lots of crunchy. Looks like an actual bow shock building in the back. A lot of fucking crazy tornadics going on today. We already pointed that out. I mean, look at all these arrows pointing at us. Shortening fucking from back to front. Fucking making them undulate. It ain't speed, it's polarity. And these things. There's my rumble. We were rumbling earlier. But I decided to come over here and finish this over here because obviously some fucking fucknut decided that he wanted to wake up and call me a fucking narcissist cult leader because I was talking about this, and I'm not the one that started this shit. Damn it. Soylent Green. I want some. You know they sell that shit at Walmart, right? Literally. They really, literally sell that shit at Walmart. Giant spy balloons. Giant spy balloons that NASA admitted were our balloons. They were NASA balloons that got shot down. Come on. That's... Yay. Oh, I just said the space station let them off for all I know. It come out, yeah, well, they were NASA's. They weren't China's. That's mainstream known now. That's mainstream news now. That was a NASA balloon we shot down. It wasn't even China's. And they still got the fucking controversy going over it. It's like it was one of our fucking balloons. We already know that. Why are you fucking harping the fact it was Chinese? Because they won a fucking war. Look, they're fucking lining up. They fucking pressing for fucking Hoopty and Putin again today. With the drone, they fucking knocked down. You know. If I hadn't come out fucking 8 years ago and started telling people every fucking day Russia, China, and North Korea is going to launch on us after X, Y, and Z, and here we are, X and Y already done. I'd think I sounded crazy, but I got to tell you, it's been a long, strange trip, but I sure as hell ain't wrong. And I haven't been. Poor boy.
Is passing into yet another being, and thou thyself are not an exception. Consider the law, for all is law. Seek not that which is not of the law. For such exists only in the illusions of the senses. Wisdom cometh to all her children, even as they cometh unto wisdom.
They don't have any at Home Depot.
All through the ages, the light has been hidden. Awake, O man, and be wise.
I know I need that
Deep
triangle
in the mysteries
piece.
of life,
Am I
I
gonna
have
need
traveled,
that bar that runs
seeking
through
and
as well?
searching for that which is hidden.
Mine
I
was.
believe so.
Yeah.
List ye, O
Yeah,
man, and
it
be
looked perfectly
wise.
fine, so
Far
I said,
beneath
"See
the
this
earth's
guy right
crust
here."
in the halls of Amente. Mysteries I saw that are hidden from men.
Crazy they didn't send it with
Oft have I journeyed the deep hidden
It came
passage,
with
looked
fucking
on the
lube, but it
light
didn't
that
come
is
with
life among men. There, neath the flowers of life ever living, I searched the hearts and the secrets of men. Found I that man is but living in darkness. Light of the great fire is hidden within.
Amazon does.
We're living in a darkness we don't know we're living in. Because we haven't been allowed to know how to make our light radiate and shine in the proper way. Before the lords of hidden amenity, learned I the wisdom I give unto men. Masters are they of the great secret wisdom, brought from the future of infinity's end.
So the other one's an inner.
7 are they, the lords of amenity. Overlords, they of the children of morning, sons of the cycles, masters of wisdom.
No, it's
Formed are not they as children of men. 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9 are the titles of the masters of men.
We ain't got no appliance.
Far from the future, formless yet forming, came they as teachers for the children of men.
Amazon, so it's next day fucking shipping.
Live
So
they
it's
forever,
tomorrow.
yet not of the living, bound not to life, and yet free from death. Rule they forever with infinite wisdom, bound yet not bound to the dark halls of death.
I got one.
Life they have in them, but yet life that is not life.
Okay, so I'm not going to be fixing the dryer today. She's still got to get
Free
apart.
from all are the lords of the all. Forth from them came forth the logos, instruments, they of the power over all. Vast is their
Electromagnetic.
countenance, yet hidden in
Hey, Shirley,
smallness,
how you doing?
formed by a forming, known
Welcome,
yet unknown.
welcome to the living.
Is that where the known, unknown things comes from fucking Rumsfeld? You've been hitting the sauce, reading the Emerald Tablets of Toth. Oh, somebody needs to put that in a song. Hitting the sauce, reading the Emerald Tablets of Toth.
Doing better today than I was yesterday.
For is he who loses the power, Lord, he of life to the children of men. Light is his body, flame is his countenance, freer of souls to the children of men. 5 is the master, the Lord of all magic, key to the word that resounds among men. 5 magics. 6 is the Lord of light, the hidden pathway, path of the souls of the children of men. The Lord of the vastness, master of space and the key of the times. 8 is he who orders the progress, weighs and balances the journey of men. 9 is the Father, are they, though hidden from men. Reach ever upward, O soul of the morning. Turn thy thoughts upward to light and to life. Find in the keys of the numbers I bring thee, light on the pathway from life unto life. Seek ye with wisdom, turn thy thoughts inward. Close not thy mind to the flower of light. Place in the body a thought-formed picture. Think of the numbers that lead thee to life. Clear is the pathway to he who has wisdom. Open the door to the kingdom of light. Pour forth thy flame as a sun of the morning. Shut out the darkness and live in the day. Take thee, O man, as part of thy being, the 7 who are but not as they seem. Open, O man, have I my wisdom. Follow the path in the way that I have led. Masters of wisdom, son of the morning light and light to the children of men. So that's the end of tablet 3 there. Wow, just more interesting stuff from the Emerald Tablets of Toth.
So now I don't know what else
you start reading, you're like,
you can glean out of that except a race of beings decided they wanted to judge over us.
Certainly probably don't like the fact
at the soul level.
If you read it over the airways either, but you know what?
And went to commencing to do
We're
so.
here to do a job. We're here to get information out. We're here to hopefully try and get you to have a newer understanding of this stuff. And I think that only comes with new information and looking at new stuff a different way, and maybe looking at things you hadn't looked at before, or looking at things you did look at before, but with new eyes and new context. That's the important thing. Is
crevices deep in
always
Earth's
staying on
crust.
top of just because you read something 10 years ago doesn't mean that you're going to feel the same way about it now.
Set up soul collectors and decide they wanted to harvest men's souls and judge over
Go back and revisit those things after you've grown and
throw a shield over our eyes so we can't fucking see once we start getting enlightened. We're gonna start all over again.
Tablet number 4, the Spaceborn. Listen ye, O men, to the voice of wisdom. Listen to the voice of Toth, the Atlantean.
Billy Carson.
Freely I give to thee my wisdom, gathered from the time and space of this cycle.
He does.
Master of mysteries, son of the morning, living forever, a child of the light. Shining with brightness, star of the morning,
wait a minute.
The teacher of men is of all.
I'm not okay with this.
Long time ago, I in my childhood lay neath the stars on long buried Atlantis, dreaming of mysteries for above men.
My quandary is, once you get to this point where we're sitting here listening to this, in the scheme of things, if you're sitting there actually listening to the tablets of Toth, and you're hearing them say this in plain English, how are you going to go any further with this and be like, oh, well, maybe we should meditate? Where do you get we need to meditate out of that? That's what I'm like, wait a minute. This race of beings came and decided they wanted to recycle our asses and keep us away from Creator. Now, they let us know when we're okay to go back to the Creator. Who the fuck gave them that authority, number one? Because they didn't say Creator told them to do that. They just decided they was going, okay, they came across to us and they was going to do this to us. I'm like, really? How where do you get we should meditate out of this? I don't get that. Your third eye is an ultraviolet sensory organ that is in the shape of the magnetic signature of Ra, because we originated on that sun. That's biological. That doesn't have anything to do with these people. That third eye doesn't have anything to do with that. That's going to help you. Yeah, your pineal. It's definitely a biological thing, and there's a reason it's there. Because that sun we originated on is an ultraviolet sun. Simple as that, right? How you doing, Charmaine? You have seen my thumbnail, right? Our Creator, well, our Creator wasn't the sun, but our Creator planted us on a sun to be created in that energy. You bet. I personally like to be very specific about that. Yeah, we are just like a living sun here. Absolutely. And a planet. First creation. We're modeled after first creation. Very much. Living planets and living suns, those are our angels and archangels. That's how Creator made us. We're always in contact with them here. We may not listen, but they listen. We need to learn how to re-listen. Direct contact with Creator. Hey, Sparky, how you doing? What up, Glenn? Well, I'll tell you what it made me aware of listening to them Emerald Tablets of Toth. There's a race of beings that put these fucking things below us that suck our souls down as we die, and then they suck off our juice and then reincarnate our asses out here. I don't like it. This is where I'm at. It ain't gonna make me go start chanting anything or try to meditate. Yeah, reincarnation, born again. It's that whole thing, exactly. It's the Jeebus and the yes. And it's come to an end. That's what they fear. Their fucking rule over us is coming to an end. One way or the other. There's no way to escape it. Sirius isn't the blue star in question here. I promise you that. That would be this guy right here. The same blue star that is in your biology. With the dingly cobra. Here's your pineal gland. Ultraviolet sun, ultraviolet organ. Helps you see the energies. Dingly cobra, you know what that is. Got a whole bag of those. Oh dear. Yes, that's what I get off of it, vampires. Except like a real vampire, you know? Yeah, kind of like a real vampire. What's the whole red-blue paradigm they play against us? From big to little. It's that my buddy Inky and my uncle Lil, he's a dick, but my dad Inky kind of thing. That's in the first few words of I can't remember if it's End of Days or whatever, but we read where they assumed the identities of our pantheon to hide us from ourselves because they didn't understand what we were drawing. And we had no language of spoken language, and we had a drawing language that they didn't understand. And that's because we were speaking with our original language. And they had forgotten it themselves was the problem, because all of nature, which includes them, speak that language. But some of us have forgotten to listen to it.
And like your toes and your arteries and whatever else your body.
Oh, the vowel sounds and all that. And well, we used to make noise. Vibratory, yes. Creativity. But we didn't have words. And what we got is Kissinger is Inky. You know what? I don't doubt it at all. But what I gather out of this is these motherfuckers need to go home. They need to go home. They need to fucking quit. They need to understand what they are in creation and go heal their magnetosphere. Because from what I read, they got a weak one. And it's because they killed themselves on their own planet in division and then came here and spread their bullshit here, thinking that they were really smart over us. And we actually had it going on with Creator pretty good. They were the ones fucking up. And now they got us fucking up. And it's kind of like our duty, I would imagine, to straighten them out. Talking too much. Yep. Well, that semantics, that division they gave us. We speak with our heart. It's how your dog knows you're almost home. There's a true intent. It's how you listen to your gut. It's a lot better. What's up, man? How you doing? And it's global. There's nobody on the globe that has missed the manipulation of the Anunnakis. But it doesn't make us all bad. Creator wins at the atomic level, in charge of it. Yes, Ice. Yes, and that's what they fear, Judith, because in physics, when a magnet comes to the same frequency as another electron magnet, they get along and they make each other stronger. We do that too many times. We're going to be slinging around rocks again. Well, all right. Oldest first. Serious. Now, look. Balfour Declaration. Hitler. What did they want to accomplish, the Crown Vatican, through World War II? They wanted to establish Revelation 6:6 is what they wanted. They wanted to make Israel occupied by Jews that are not Jews. The Jews that are in fucking Israel today are Zionists, the ZI half of the Nazi Party, because the nationalists married the Zionists, creating the Nazi Party. Now, while everybody was watching South America for escaping Nazis, we literally funneled the ZI half of the Nazi Party into Israel. And now we got the Hebrew people sitting there with little cardboard signs talking about down with Zionism. Wonder why. They were the ones left in charge of taking their money and giving it to Hitler. Hitler was in charge of giving it to the crown while he bombed the UK. Queen sitting up there on her Mesopotamian tablets talking about, oh, my destiny. It's okay if he honors my destiny. He can have the UK. And he kept giving her money through all World War II. And she funneled that into Palestine. Now there's Jews that are not Jews occupying Israel, just like the Crown Vatican wrote in their book. The script. And we have helped make it happen as the Knights of Malta, the Pope's warring arm. It's Crown Vatican DC Corporation, the New World Order. You're in the middle of it. And that's the truth about it. It's all of them. All of them. Yeah, you bet. All of them. All of them. We illegalized hemp right after signing that fucking Organic Act, becoming contracted to the British rule, because we were running, you know what we were doing with hemp. Everybody knows what we were doing to hemp. Henry Ford was fucking running the cars and building the cars out of the hemp. They had to get rid of the hemp because they couldn't patriotize murdering for oil as long as we were growing that shit. Yeah, I used to work for these fuckers. I really was a senator. Man, I've got 2 pieces of legislation. One of them legalized hemp. You're looking at that guy. I know I look crazy. I don't give a fuck. I was cleaner cut. They've tried to kill me. They've been making my life hell ever since I stood down, because they offered me a goddamn bunker and I told them no. And they told me how they was going to make me safe in my bunker, keeping you out of it. And I'm like, no, that's why I'm not going in my bunker. I'd rather take my chances out here. I got a better chance of survival. I'm sure of that. Good God. I haven't been guessing about this. I know those secrets, and we figured out the 33rd. That was all over the back of the movie screens. We do rule. We just ain't figured it out yet. They're so goddamn afraid of us, it's not even funny. You know what? I am the angry nun with a ruler. Smack! But Putin isn't mad at Biden. Biden isn't mad at Putin. There are 180 nations which we established 180 fucking UK central banks in and put in their leaders who just happen to be all in the fucking same bloodline and related to each other. They ain't no, it's controlled opposition only, what you're looking at. All of it is 100% controlled. I stepped down, look, there ain't no way I've been so accurate with them not running on a script because they told me what was coming. I sat there, I pointed out the mark of the beast before it happened, and they took down my one channel. Oh, don't forget where we're at, huh? Oh my God. Freebies. I don't want no freebies. It's quite obvious now that I'm not crazy. But I started saying all these things in 2014, man, 8 years ago. I looked crazy for many, many, many years. And all y'all motherfuckers been watching me thinking I'm crazy all this time. And little by little, I mean, you never went away. You kept looking at what I was saying because fucking you do your own homework. And I appreciate every one of you fucking being here that does that shit because you learned and you're here and you know what's going on and you're not confused. And that is the only thing I could ask of you. You're adding to the fucking strength of our magnets. Every day you're taking it into your hands and getting on it. There ain't no other magnet more valuable than yours. Care if you are in New Zealand. KFC and lollipops. They did. They was smuggling in KFC too, man. I seen that. they had the fucking KFC smuggle ring going on over there in Auckland. I was about shitting myself. I was like, let's get this shit. They got the trunk full of fucking KFC. They smuggling in the chicken. Oh God. I remember that. I got took down on the Angry Catfish channel though. That was good stuff. Smuggling in the KFC. Oh my God. You poor cats. Yeah, Drew, I gotta tell you, if I know, I've been too overpassionate with trying to save people. It ain't none of my business. But shining light is about all I got left. I just trying to lighten up on the dark shit. The way people can see it and they don't stumble into it. There's a lot of grassy knolls out there. I got a lady been watching for a long time, took a I said something about ivermectin. I was like, man, I don't care. You can go check out ivermectin all you want. So I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just not going to do it. I got to remain cool on this channel, you know? I don't even know what ivermectin is. Actually, I do. I know how to make it homemade. But I'm not talking about it. I've already got strike over here. God, I'm talking about soul recycling. To me, honestly, in the big picture, that's where I'm at. Anything else they throw at us is a grassy knoll. To me, however, I look at stupid documentaries all day, learning shit because I am a true believer. A day gone by that I didn't learn something new is a day wasted. So I'm not telling you not to look at something. I'm just telling you what I'm not going to talk about. That's all. I got my last channel took out because I was talking about that shit long before they started censoring it. And we weren't talking about it over here. Funny enough, we were over here predicting quakes and all kinds of stupid shit like that they were cool with. Well, soul recycling. That's I find that a little bit more important than anything else. Hey, Darb, how you doing, my friend? See, Nibiru, that's a whole. The name of the planet is actually heaven. Anu rules over heaven. Planet heaven. We were separated from planet heaven when we got stuck on this low energy sun, and separated from heaven from earth. They only call it Nibiru once it passes the ecliptic, in a symbolism of it passed the ecliptic for another mark of a fucking return. It's the only reason they call it Nibiru, the planet of the crossing, the fucking marking of the crossing. It's a moment that they mark, not renaming the planet. The planet itself, its name is heaven. That's one thing the fucking Crown Vatican doesn't want people to understand. And that's why I always accentuate against Nibiru, because it keeps their lie going. Hi, Claire. Welcome back. Planet Heaven. Absolutely. Anu handed down the kingships and priesthoods from heaven, not from Nibiru. I don't want to go to heaven. I heard it sucks up there.
Power off.
And, in the vastness of creation, I mean, I'm looking at it from a human perspective, because that's all I've got. But understanding that our creation is way more vast than what I can actually comprehend. We're not on a flat surface. It goes infinitely fucking reaching throughout this universe, and there's probably stacks of universes on different frequencies. I don't know. I can't prove that there isn't. I can already prove there are two in this one existence. The EM field, electromagnetic, they're inseparable. That's what I heard too. It's a shithole. How you doing, Coffee? They nuked it, and they up there ruling over themselves, and fucking usurping crowns and all kinds of shit going on up there on planet heaven. I don't want any part of it. They brought that shit here. Hey, Hacksaw. Yeah, the backside's going to catch a bunch of those flares, because that's where the red one is. They're interacting and fighting each other. Yes. Well, that's why there's so many PDFs. They like to confuse us. They like to confuse us and keep us confused. And that's why I'm pretty much always pounding and saying the crazy things. It's about these soul recycling machines. Creator don't like that. That's from what I can gather, that's why the Hopi tale exists. And that's from what I've gone into the cuneiform. I see that there ain't no wonder that Hopi's tale exists, because it exists in Egypt, in Giza, when they fucking wrote it the first time. And it came out of the cuneiform when fucking Enlil and Enki were getting bothered by the creator of all, Gadzu, whatever his name is, and shit. They left that physical tablet for the boat for Ishkipikin and all that Reed Hut stuff going on. That was the beginning of their nightmares of the earth is going to take and inherit the earth. And it's like, these are the same cats that are telling us they saw us struggling decided they was going to judge over our souls. And it's like, well, you know, you got one life, and then you live it, you grow your fucking energy, and you go back to Creator. That's how it's supposed to happen. And they came and interjected into that system, thus robbing Creator and creation, the entire universe, of this energy that they're sucking off of us and creating horrible fucking things going on with humanity and the souls that are here. Creator's like, you know what? It's going to end. It's going to end one way or another. Either they're going to end it, we're going to end it, or Creator will end it. Creator ends it, it's done. And that's the long and the short of the story. There's a whole hierarchy of beings here that Creator put in Mom and the planets as guardians of souls and fucking harvesters, all kinds of good fucking things going on. That we're the healers and stewards. We're the ones that went fucking balls fucking crazy and got locked out of her heart. And the only way back in is with a straight heart. There's a womb in there of creation. We got an eternal burning sun in there. It ain't a dark cave.
I walk over and play with it like 6 times a day.
I know, and you get my attention like 6 times a day. I'm like, what do you need? She's ringing my bell. Well, hi and welcome. Glad to have you. Carbon is excellent. Well, I'll tell you this much. It's a definite sign. I mean, I was playing this on my Rumble. Here, we could play this over here. This is on my community page from Good Citizen.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing.
Not for very long. This lasted for only a few minutes. This was a pretty quick event. All right. Here's the other picture. Check that out. Round, for God's sakes. They got light beams on the left. You can see them
now
coming
listen
from
to
a
this.
point and getting bigger because it's coming to us from another planet.
It's a sun,
The
actually.
colors aren't even right. Those colors are different. That's not our sun. Our sun's red and orange and yellow and pink.
It's 2 years
This
ago.
is not red, orange, yellow, and pink. We've got ultraviolet light. This is not the same colors as the sun. We got another planet here, and it's right outside of our planet. It's already here. We're having earthquakes every day. What I heard, we had 5.0 today alone.
So this is 2 years ago. He's talking like 5.0s was something. The new normal is well above 7 and 1/6 every day. That was 2 years ago. Slow train wreck style. This is now the new normal. It's normal to have 1 6.0 quake and 7 to 14, 19, fucking 5 points every day now. Every day. That was 2 years ago.
No, we have.
That was 2 years ago.
I heard we had 5.0 today alone.
What's the new normal? Well beyond 5.0, five pointers. When is the new normal going to stop being normal? That's a question I got for people around the world. When is the new normal going to stop? Because I've been watching this every couple of years, getting exponentially crazier and crazier. A few years before that, we weren't having fives at all. Weekly. It was more like bi-weekly or maybe once or twice a month. Now we're having some other time 14 a day, 19 a day with sixes every day. Yeah. Learn your magnet. Medically speaking, human beings have a magnet. If you don't understand the power in that, then you need to do a little bit of scalar homework.
Okay. Yeah, well, see.
Or maybe go to the oldest first on this channel. What up, B? How you doing, my friend? Ra is doing freaky stuff to me. Oh yeah, they delete and downgrade all the time, Matt. Even with all that, you can see, I mean, exponentially, it's been growing and growing and growing and growing and growing yearly. More and more happening every year, like clockwork, just slowly getting crazier. Jumpstart your heart, yeah. What the hell? What the hell is normal? Well, this ain't normal. I can tell you that. Yeah, we're not going to be recycled back here. Not unless you choose to. Are you ready?
Yeah, I was gonna see if you were about ready.
All right, y'all. The work day has ended. Did I already turn off all my stuff? I think I might have. You might be in luck.
Haha!
I've already unplugged the kiln. That's the one that takes a long time.
Oh, hello. Hello, viewers!
Yep, gases are off.
Hell yeah.
We will recommence this meeting at the land yacht. Thank you all for joining me with the Emerald Tablets of Toth and his soul recycling bullshit.
Power off.
And if you didn't catch it all, I suggest you watch it on the replay because it's in plain English. what he says, and I'd like an answer as to how in the hell do you get "we need to meditate" out of that shit. We blew great big old crevices inside the Earth's crust, put machines in there, and judging over men's souls recycling you. That doesn't sound like anything I need to meditate to. That sounds more like something I need to be hunting down them goddamn machines and putting an end to it. That's what it sounds like to me. How about you, Glenn?
Shit. So this one didn't fucking. This isn't the right one either.
Glenn says, my nuts. I think that means yes, we should hunt them bitches down. That was your mom.
What?
That was your mom.
Yeah, my mom just messaged me.
Ooh-ah. It's the Marine call.
this part because she figured out something about it I didn't even see.
I'm glad to hear it because I didn't get we need to meditate out of anything Toth had to say today. We need to beat Toth's ass. That's what we need to beat the fuck out of that motherfucker's head. What you thinking? You gonna judge over my soul, motherfucker? I got a creator for that. No Jeebus here. All right, y'all. Much love. Stay calm. Keep your hands and feet in the ride until it comes to a complete stop. And we'll see you at the land yacht here in a little bit.